Welcome to AK Jha classes of biology. I am Ashutosh Kumar Jha. Today I am going to explain about the fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue. Fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue is also a type of connective tissue because it connects different organs of the body. So here is fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue. It is called fluid connective tissue because in this type of connective tissue, cells are floating in fluid. So it is called fluid connective tissue. It is also called vascular tissue because this type of connective tissue flows in vessels. Because of its flows in vessels, so it is called vascular tissue. Now we classify fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue. So fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue is of two types, blood and lymph. Blood flows in blood vessels and lymph flows in lymph vessels. Blood vessels runs from heart to all parts of the body and from all parts of the body to heart. But the lymph vessels flows from tissues to large vein. That means circulation of blood is in both the direction, from heart to all parts of the body and from all parts of the body to the heart. But the flow of lymph is unidirectional, that is from tissue to large vein. Now we explain one by one. First of all, blood, then lymph. The blood is a fluid connective tissue which flows in blood vessels. Blood consists of two parts, plasma and corpuscles. Liquid part of the blood is called plasma, and the cells of blood which are floating in plasma are called blood cells or blood corpuscles. Now, plasma consists of various types of inorganic and organic substances. About 90% of plasma is made up of water. Other inorganic substances are minerals and ions. The various types of minerals and ions are also present in plasma. That means inorganic substances of plasma are water, minerals and ions. And the organic substances which constitute plasma are glucose, amino acids, fatty acids. So these are the digested food. Besides these digested food, hormones, enzymes and some other organic substances are also present in plasma. These are the fluid part of the plasma. So about 30% of the blood is made up of plasma and remaining part made up of corpuscles. Now blood cells are called blood corpuscles. Now we study one by one the blood corpuscles. There are three types of blood corpuscles found in human being. First is RBC or erythrocytes. Second is WBC or leukocytes. And third is blood platelets or thrombocytes. RBC, red blood corpuscles, because of its red color, it is called red blood corpuscles. The red color of RBC is due to presence of red colored respiratory pigment hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a compound made up of iron and protein. Heme is an iron and globulin is a protein. Because of the presence of iron salt, the color of hemoglobin is red, and because of the presence of hemoglobin, the color of RBC is red. So hemoglobin is the carrier of oxygen. So RBC mainly helps in respiration to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. Next type of blood corpuscles is WBC. So WBC is also called leukocytes. It is irregular in shape. They are phagocytotic or defense body. They engulf harmful bacteria. They are of different types. They secrete antibodies and helps us to fight against the disease-causing germs or infections. So they are also called soldiers of our body. And next type of blood corpuscles is blood platelets or thrombocytes. The blood platelets or thrombocytes are the blood corpuscles which helps in clotting of blood. When any blood vessels ruptures, then blood starts flowing. To prevent the flowing of blood from the ruptured blood vessels, it is needed to blood becomes clot, and the ruptured blood vessels, because the leakage from the ruptured blood vessels becomes closed. It closed by the formation of blood clots. So for the formation of blood clot, blood platelets is required. RBC is biconvex in shape. WBC is irregular in shape. Main function of RBC is to carry oxygen from lung to different parts of the body and carbon dioxide from different parts of the body to the lung. Main function of WBC is fight against the disease-causing microbes and germs, that is, increases our immune system, disease-resistant capacity of our body, and main function of WBC, the main function of blood platelets is that it helps in clotting of blood and prevent excess flow of blood. If blood do not stop flowing from the blood vessels by the rupture of blood vessels, then we can die due to excess loss of blood, and loss of blood from our body causes a disease called anemia. To prevent anemia, to prevent loss of blood, we need thrombocytes, that is blood platelets. Blood platelets help in blood clotting. So these are the functions of WBC, RBC and blood platelets. There are different types of WBC also present. We explain types of WBC one by one in detail. In RBC, red blood corpuscles, there is no any special type. Total number of blood in a cubic centimeter is called total count, and different types of blood vessels or different types of corpuscles in blood are separately called differential count. Now we study different types of WBC. Now we study different types of WBC. As we know that WBC is nucleated, that is nucleus present in WBC, irrespective of RBC, that is mature RBC is without nucleus, that is enucleated, without nucleus, but WBC contains nucleus, but it is colorless due to lack of hemoglobin. It do not contain hemoglobin, so it is colorless. It is relatively lesser in number as compared to the RBC. Its number is approximately 6,000 to 8,000 per millimeter cube. It is short-lived. The lifespan of RBC is about 120 days, but the lifespan of WBC is about a week. That means it is short-lived. RBC is manufactured in red bone marrow, while WBC is manufactured in yellow bone marrow, which is called hematopoietic stem cells. Now, according to a structure, WBC is divided into two parts, which are granulocytes and agranulocytes. So, granulocytes are those type of WBC in which nucleus is lobed and granules present in cytoplasm, while in agranulocyte, the nucleus is round and granules are not present. So because the presence and absence of granules, they are classified as granulocytes and agranulocytes. In granulocytes, nucleus is lobed, and in agranulocyte, nucleus is rounded. Now, granulocytes is divided into three parts according to the staining property of the cells. Staining is the coloring substances by which these substances are colored. These cells are colored. When any substance or any cells are colored, stained by neutral stain, then it is called neutrophils. When it is stained by acidic stains, then it is called eosinophils or acidophils. And when it can be stained by basic stain, then it is called basophils. So according to the staining property, granulocytes are of three types: neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. The percentage of neutrophil in WBC is about 60 to 65%. The percentage of eosinophil in WBC is 2 to 3%, and the percentage of basophil in WBC is 0.5 to 1%. Now we explain the functions of these three types of WBC. Neutrophils are phagocytotic, that is, they engulf harmful bacteria, foreign particles, germs, and digest them. They also engulf cell debris, that means clean our cells, clean our body. Neutrophils restrict infections, and they also involve in allergic reactions. Basophil secretes three types of chemicals: histamine, serotonin, and heparin. Histamine is vasodilator, that means it dilates blood vessels. Serotonin is vasoconstrictor, so it constricts blood vessels, and heparin prevents clotting of blood inside the blood vessels. So these basophils also involve in inflammatory reactions. Now, agranulocytes. So agranulocytes are of two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. So lymphocytes present about 20 to 25%, and monocytes are 6 to 8%. So lymphocytes are of two types: B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. They are also called B cells or T cells. Both the B cells and T cells are involved in immune response. And monocytes are also phagocytotic, just like neutrophils. So neutrophils and monocytes are phagocytotic, and lymphocytes are the immune response, helps in immune response. They form B cells and T cells. They also form memory cells and form different types of protein, antigens, which increases immune system of our body, gives immunity to our body. So these are the different types of WBC. When we studied different blood corpuscles, then we classified blood corpuscles into three types: RBC, WBC, and blood platelets. We already explained RBC, then we explained WBC, and there is no any types of blood platelets. It is only helps in clotting of blood. So the whole fluid connective tissue or vascular tissue initially divided into two parts, that is blood and lymph. We explain all the parts of blood, and next is lymph. That means lymph is blood without RBC. It contains plasma and corpuscles. Only RBC is not present in lymph, and all the corpuscles present in lymph also. So lymph flows from tissue to large veins. That means flow of lymph is unidirectional, and lymph vessels runs parallel to blood vessels, and there is no any special type of corpuscles present in lymph. Lymph contains mainly lymphocytes, and lymphocytes are manufactured in lymph nodes.